Okay guys, welcome back to another YouTube video. So today I'm going to be teaching you guys how to draw trend lines effectively and how you guys are going to use trend lines to your advantage in trading, because personally I've noticed that when it comes to trend lines you can actually make a lot of money, and without even complicating or complicated things to use. So basically I'm just going to be telling you guys how trend lines work and all of that stuff. So yeah, let's get into it. Okay, first of all guys, you see this chart, right? There's when it comes to drawing trend lines, you have to make sure that you use higher time frames, because higher time frames actually show better trend lines than the small ones and are actually more effective. For example, you guys can see here I go on the 1 hour there. As you can see, there's actually a better downtrend. You see, you guys can see there's a better downtrend on the 1 hour. On the 30, it's not that bad, but it's not, yeah. So I think you guys know what I'm trying to say. So when you use a higher time frame, it's better on the trend lines, or on how to spot a trend line. Okay, so let's get into it. First of all, this is how you guys should draw your trend lines. Let me go back to the 4-hour chart. Okay, let's go first. So first of all, let's go through the concept we follow when drawing a trend line. Okay, first of all, you need a minimum of 2 touches. You need a minimum of 2 touches to be able to draw a trend line. The more touches, the better. Okay, for example, we go on this, we use our object. First of all, I think we can see there's a first touch there, second touch here, first touch here, second touch here, and a minimum of 2 touches. Okay, this is our first touch, this is our second touch, and you should further extend your trend line so that you can see where the price is gonna come back next. You guys can see it's pretty obvious that if you go here, the price will go and touch that trend line that I just drew. So yeah, that's pretty much what I'm trying to say. You need a minimum of 2 touches to be able to draw a trend line. If you don't see 2 touches, then there is no trend. There's no trend. Second of all, trends don't always move around smoothly. They are often choppy and imperfect. For example, there is no trend that goes perfectly. Like for example, let me draw this. That just goes like this, and that goes like this. It goes like this without moving around. It goes like this. It goes like this. There is no trend line which goes like in a rhythm. It goes like this, as you guys can see here, and it goes like this. Here there was a bit on this one. There was a bit of it didn't go and then come and touch the trend line. Yeah, it didn't go and touch the trend line. Let me show you guys. It kept on going down, yeah, and then it went up. Right, it kept on going down, yeah, then it went up, but it didn't touch the trend line. So there are no smooth trend lines, which means it will take time to go back to another third touch, but it will always go back, but it's not always smooth. Okay, so yeah, that's what I was trying to tell you. And the third thing is treat trend lines as general areas, guys. You should treat trend lines as general areas for your analysis, meaning use them as guidance for your overall analysis. For example, just use them as areas. You see, there, there, and then we can see that in this, on the next area, it's going to touch here on the trend line. So it's just basically use them as general areas and nothing more. And another important thing, the last important thing, don't force trend lines, guys. Don't force a trend line. If you don't see a downtrend or an uptrend, just don't draw a trend line. It's that simple. Trend lines are actually easy, guys. If you don't see any trends, leave that chart or leave that indice or whatever currency, because if there is no downtrend or uptrend, then there is no trend line strategy. There is no strategy to use. So yeah, guys,